Hello, Michael here. Looking today at Psalms 59, specifically verse 4 through to 6 for the exposition. The psalm, which could be subtitled, Deliver Me from My Enemies. And so we're going to go ahead and read the first 6 verses of Psalm 59, verse 1. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgressions, nor for my sins, O Lord. Verse 4. They run and prepare themselves without my fault, awake to help me, and behold. Thou therefore, O Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. Selah. Verse 6. They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog, and go around about the city. And so we turn to the treasure of David for the exposition. But we'll just read verse 4 again. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awake to help me, and behold. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. They are all alive and active. They are swift to shed blood. They prepare and use their best tactics. They besiege me in my house, and lay their ambuscades as for some notable enemy. They come up fully armed to the attack, and assail me with all the vigor and skill of a host about to storm a castle, and all for no cause, but out of gratuitous malice. So quick are they to obey their cruel master, that they never stay to consider whether their errand is a good one or not. They run at once and buckle on their harness as they run. To be thus gratuitously attacked is a great grief. To a brave man, the danger causes little distress of mind compared with the injustice to which he is subjected. It was a cruel and crying shame that such a hero as David should be hounded down as if he were a monster, and beset in his house like a wild beast in its den. Awake to help me, and behold. When others go to sleep, keep thou watch, O God. Put forth thy might. Arouse thee from thy inaction. Only look at thy servant's sad condition, and thy hand will be sure to deliver me. We see how thorough was the psalmist's faith in the mercy of his Lord, for he is satisfied that if the Lord do but look on his case, it will move his active compassion. Verse 5, it reads, Thou therefore, O Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. Selah. Thou thyself work for me personally, for the case needs thine interposition. Therefore, because I am unjustly assailed, and cannot help myself, O Lord, ever living, God of hosts, able to rescue me, the God of Israel, pledged by covenant, redeem thine oppressed servant. Awake to visit all the heathen, arouse thy holy mind, bestow thy sacred energies, punish the heathen among thine Israel, the false-hearted, who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And when thou art about the business, let all the nations of thine enemies, and all the heathenish people at home and abroad, know that thou art upon circuit, judging and punishing. It is a mark of a thoughtful prayer that the titles which are in it applied to God are appropriate, and are, as it were, congruous to the matter, and fitted to add force to the argument. Shall Jehovah endure to see his people oppressed? Shall the God of hosts permit his enemies to exult over his servant? Shall the faithful God of a chosen people leave his chosen to perish? The name of God, even in a literal sense, a fortress and high tower for all his people. What a forceful petition is contained in the word. Awake to visit, actively punish, in wisdom, judge with force, chastise. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. Be merciful to them as men, but not as transgressors. If they continue hardened in their sin, do not wink at their oppression. To wink at sin and transgressors will be to leave the righteous under their power, and therefore do not pass by their offense, but deal out the due reward. The psalmist feels that the overthrow of oppression, which was so needful for himself, must be equally desirable for multitudes of the godly, placed in like positions, and therefore he prays for the whole company of the faithful, and against the entire confraternity of traitors. Selah. With such a subject matter before us, we may well pause. Who would not sit still and consider when vengeance is being meted out to all the enemies of God? How wrong is that state of mind which hates to hear of the punishment of the wicked. Verse 6. They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog, and go around about the city. They return at evening. Like wild beasts that roam at night, they come forth to do mischief. If foiled in the light, they seek the more congenial darkness in which to accomplish their designs. They mean to break into the house in the dead of night. They make a noise like a dog, and go around about the city, howling with hunger for their prey. They sneak around and around the walls, prowling with stealthy footsteps, and barking in unamiable concert. David compares his foes to eastern dogs, unowned, loathsome, degraded, lean, and hungry, and he represents them as howling with disappointment because they cannot find the food they seek. Saul's watchmen and the cruel king himself must have raved and raged fiercely when they found the image and the pillow of goat's hair in the bed instead of David. Vain were their watchings. The victim had been delivered, and that by the daughter of the man who desired his blood. Go, ye dogs, to your kennels, and gnaw your bones, for this good man is not meat for your jaws. God's so great, He can deliver us, especially when it's needful. Trust you enjoy the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be